this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. And the numbers for him pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage. That's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wiley, this one left side caught by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll find Smith-Marsette complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilkins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive, going to attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wiley. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try.
And I think the ball's out. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. And it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for time.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, Gibson. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on 1st down, here's Wilkins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Now Wilkins. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Wilkins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. When you think about it, that's a pretty important 2nd half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And the Washington offense going back to work. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Room here to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 64 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And put away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.